If you don't know me, my name is Zero Vez. I'm 19 years old, and my main mission with this channel is to help people embody that highest level of themselves, that version of themselves that they know exists out there and they're struggling to find. Today's topic is about disconnecting. I got my notes right here, and I'm about to put y'all onto some game. So, who am I to talk about disconnecting? Well, when I was a young kid, a typical teenager, I was very addicted to playing video games, watching shows on Netflix, watching porn, watching YouTube, spending time on screens, and it felt fun. I didn't really question it at first. But then I started to realize that there's a trade-off, and what I was doing, I was trading off my future for the instant gratification that was given to me by these things, by these screens. So, to start off, I want to say, you might think that if you only watch or play video games for 1 hour a day, it's not really going to affect your life. But let me tell you, in the grand trajectory of your whole entire life, if you were to play just 1 hour a day of video games or any type of screen, that's 7 hours a week, 28 hours in a month. That's one whole day of your month completely gone on these screens, just completely gone. Do the math on that. That's almost 2 weeks of you on your screens throughout the year when it all accumulates together. Just really think about that. Like, you could take these 2 weeks, you could find a new hobby, you could get a job and make money in these 2 weeks. Like, you're just wasting time here. And for what? Because you want to wind down at the end of the day? Like, it doesn't really make any sense. And to me, I did it as a means of distracting myself because I knew that I had a higher potential, but I wanted to kind of pretend that that didn't exist. And I wanted to cope and say, oh no, but I'm only gonna be young once. Man, fuck that shit. When I was 14, 13, I had plans of, one day I'm gonna be jacked, one day I'm gonna be rich. But I'm too young right now, I just wanna chill. Bro, I look back and I'm like, damn. Obviously, I have no regrets because there's no point of living a life with regrets. But you gotta think, like, if you would have started your goals and your missions that you're working on right now, if you would have started it a few years ago, took a different approach of, nah, fuck it, it's not even worth my time spending time on these screens, because it really isn't. Unless you're one of the 1% select few who actually knows how to use technology to your advantage and not let it use you, then you're just wasting time. Yes, social media is a tool. You can use YouTube to learn for education. That is absolutely true. But let's be real, even when you are watching educational content, when do you actually stop the video, go outside and apply what you just learned? Because I know I didn't. Like, when I was watching these YouTube videos, it was a maybe a 1 in 100 chance that I would actually take what I learned from these videos. Or maybe a 1 in 10 chance that I would take what I learned from these videos, go outside that very same moment and actually apply it. Like, it's just a cope for you to say, oh no, but I'm doing something productive because I'm watching an educational video and it's gonna make me a better person. That's just completely cope. Anyways, you get this cheap dopamine fix, and the way that these companies are wired is they're wired for the algorithm to be as addicting as possible. These apps make money from you being on their platform because they have ads, and when you scroll you see more ads, and then basically they know what they're doing. It's a whole evil game. They hire people, think about this, they hire people to make these algorithms as most addictive as possible, so you just keep scrolling like a rat chasing cheese. You just keep scrolling, and they don't care about you. If you were to die today, they would not give a fuck about you. I promise you they would not give a fuck. So why are you spending your valuable time watching these stupid things that just have no benefit to your life. Like, they have no good ROI. There are some YouTube channels out there that you can watch, maybe some fitness channels, some self-improvement channels, things like that, where you can actually watch and you can learn. And if you take notes, then yeah, of course you can learn and your life can become better. But that's a pretty small percentage of all the content that is actually out there in today's age. So the way that I found easiest for me to disconnect was literally replacing by just stopping your phone use. That's a step. But if you just stop your phone use and then you just sit in your room doing literally nothing, number one, that is actually better than scrolling on your phone. But number two, you will eventually get bored and you might fall back to doing what you were doing unless you replace it with a good habit. Now, a good habit can be many things. It can be learning a new instrument. It can be reading. It can be journaling. It can be meditating. It can be praying. It can be learning how to cook. It can be doing calisthenics, going to the gym, joining a social club like MMA or a chess club if you're into that. There are so many options, and you just have to think for yourself, what do I actually want to be able to look back at in a couple years and be like, holy, I am so happy and so thankful that I started that when I did. Even though it felt uncomfortable and at first it didn't really feel natural, and it took a lot of focus to start this new thing at first, I'm very thankful that I started it. Because here's the thing. The universe likes to keep balance. The universe wants to keep you at your vibration, which is why when you live the way that you live, it feels so hard to go start a new thing or go try and live a new way, because the universe wants to keep balance. It sees you doing something different and it's like, whoa, 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 that is not who we are. Remember, go do this. Go do that thing you've always been doing. Why are you trying this new thing? No, I'm going to make this hard for you. But the reality is, doing something new is only as hard as you allow it to be. If you put that mental block in yourself of, oh, this is not who I am, this is so hard, well, there's going to be that friction, and that friction is literally just your mind trying to keep you where you're at. Your mind doesn't want you to change, which is why change can feel so difficult and almost even impossible at times. But I promise you, nothing is impossible, especially when it comes to creating your mind and adapting your mind to give you the life that you actually want to live, because it's out there. I'm telling you, there are infinite parallel universes out there, and you're telling me that in one of them you're not a millionaire, in one of them you're not jacked as fuck, in one of them you don't have a successful business. Of course you do. And that version of you is out there. You just have to align yourself with that mindset of that person who already has these things. By disconnecting from your phone and your screens, you're able to become more centered with yourself. Everything that you see outwardly comes from within. I need you to realize that. Reality is a reflection of your internal. As above, so below. As within, so without. So, by disconnecting, you're able to know yourself more. And when you know yourself more, you know the universe more. You can't know the universe if you don't know yourself. I know you remember when you were a child and you would look around, the colors felt so beautiful. You'd hear the wind, you'd hear the birds, you'd hear the trees rustling around you in the playground at recess. You might wonder, why does my life not feel like this anymore? And you might think, oh, it's because I grew up and now I have bills to pay. Now I have to worry about these mundanely earthly things. Now I need a job. Like, let me tell you, the reason that life felt that way when you were a kid had nothing to do with these things. It was simply due to the fact that you were present in the moment. Think about it. When you were outside as a little kid, did you have your phone in front of you, music playing in your ears, being overstimulated by these screens and all that? No, you were just there. It was you and your friends playing on the park, talking to each other, laughing, making jokes, looking around at the beautiful scenery, the sky, the trees, actually noticing what was around you. Nowadays, people are allergic to noticing what's actually around them. Everybody's glued to their phones when they're walking around on the street, headphones in, full blast, scrolling through TikTok. Like, you can't even take a moment to just disconnect, take out your headphones, put your phone in your pocket, and just look around you. Like, see what is around you. Like, look at this beautiful place that I'm at right now. This is something I'm only getting to notice because I'm here in the moment. Obviously, I'm talking to you guys right now, but earlier I was just meditating, just appreciating the beautiful nature that I'm at right now. Like, this is absolutely gorgeous. And these are things that we don't take time to notice because we're so caught up in our own world, thinking about these things that don't even matter, giving ourselves anxiety over stupid scenarios that we create in our mind. Like, we've really placed ourselves in a jail, and that jail is our own mental constraints and restrictions.